So, I wanted to talk to you about some stuff that, I guess, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I've been around people who are overweight long enough to know that I'm not the only one. And it's something that, for sure, we don't want to talk about. Because it's honestly, it's hard to talk about. As I was thinking about the last thing we shot, and we were talking about me putting on weight, and then it turns out it was 35 pounds, right? So I put on 35 pounds in 4 months. I put on 35 pounds. So 8-9 pounds a month I was putting on, which when I'm trying really hard, I can lose that much easily in that amount of time. So I guess people are like, man, how can you put on that much weight that fast? And honestly, it's for someone like me, or someone who suffers from what I'm about to talk about, or has an affliction with it, it's not that hard. What I'm talking about is it's sneak eating. This is where you eat more food than you should out of the sight of other people so that you're not judged. I'll give you an example. I go out to dinner with a friend, 7 p.m. I order to match the table because I don't really want to be the guy at the table who eats more than everybody else, even though I can. And if I'm not full, which chances are I'm not, I will stop somewhere else afterwards. I don't want to let people know that I'm still hungry after everything we just ate. Go out, maybe have a drink or two afterwards. But on the way home, we hit up, Jack in the Box or Whataburger or some late night place that serves food. And it's never healthy options. Now the difference between me and most is that if I go to the drive-thru, I'm not ordering a combo. I'm doing an a la carte thing. Because in that state, whether it's drinking or not thinking or just craving the food, I will push myself past it. I will overeat. Like they say, ordering with your eyes. Yeah, I do that, but even in the eyes of I want to be so full that I pass out. There have been studies that shown that when somebody eats past the point of being full, that the reward center of the brain will release endorphins that rewards the brain for that act. Your brain will reward you for doing something that I guess you shouldn't be doing. It's almost like chasing a high. It's an addiction to food. And I have an addictive personality as it is. Whether I'm all the way in or I'm not. There's no middle ground for me. And so when I'm in that state, I'm all in. I'm gonna eat until I pass out. Hobo graveyard of rappers. And wake up and wake up and know that I'm full from the food I ate 5-6 hours earlier. I will push myself past the point of comfort, where it hurts to move, and it sucks. Then I can't trust myself, especially if I've had a drink or two. Where does the sneak part come in? So let's talk about that. So I'll be the first one to volunteer myself to go to Jack in the Box for everyone, because on the way back to the apartment or the house, wherever we're going, I can scarf down 2 or 3 before I get home and people don't see it. Or let's talk about this. Or so even with my fiance, at some points when I was worried she'd judge me, and say I went to Taco Bell. It's a chicken quesadilla, it's cheesy gordita crunch, it's bean burritos, chili cheese burrito. It's a whole just orchestra of different things that I want to order in that time. That I'm not thinking about that's way too much food. I'm just thinking about what I want at that time, and I order it. and it sits in the bag. So I go home and I give her stuff, right? So here's yours, babe. And mine, I pull out 2 or 3 and I put the bag down. And then I just discreetly, when I'm throwing my trash away, pull out the other one. So it never looks like, I don't have this like, just like smorgasbord of food because I don't want to be judged. Or eating in my bedroom because I don't want to be judged. And it's that kind of like mentality or affliction to food or whatever you want to call it, really just it perpetuates my weight gain. Like, what is it in my brain that doesn't allow me to stop eating? And I know that there are people out there who have this same affliction, this same struggle, where they are embarrassed to let you know how much they eat, and they want to admit it. They're hiding snacks in drawers, closets, and cubbies. They're eating when you're not around. Where does it come from? I don't know, but I know that I don't like it about myself, and it's something that I struggle with, but it's something that I am willing to share with you now, and I don't know. I don't know where I go from here. I don't know how to fix it, but I do know that right now, my biggest thing is putting it out there. And I need to let you guys know, like, just, my weakness. And this is a weakness for me. Like, why does everybody always want to talk about, how they came up or how they did so good? Nobody wants to talk about their shortcomings or where they struggle or, like, that's what makes us human. That's what makes us real. And if I'm being real with you guys, that's what I want out of this, is I want to be real with you. Like, I want you to know, like, it wasn't just like, oh, I worked out really hard and I was perfect on my nutrition. That's not a real life. Real life is struggles. Real life is overturning, failures and turning them into learning experiences and learning about yourself and growing from learning more about you and personally developing yourself to being the person that you are potentially destined for, and really just making yourself the person you want to be. Now I have to beat this down. I can't allow myself to have this hedonistic life and mindset where I just chase what makes me happy because food makes me happy and that's all. You know what? Life isn't about just being happy. You gotta do what you need to do, not always what you want to do. And I need to lose this weight. For my future kids' sake and my future grandkids' sake, I need to lose this weight. For my health, I need to lose this weight. For my business, I need to lose this weight. And so what I'm saying to you guys out there is that if this is you, you're going to have to take a look in the mirror, a hard look in the mirror, and you're going to have to admit to yourself. And then you got to decide whether you're going to do something about it. And, but I'm here because this is real, a lot of these, I feel like a lot of these videos aren't very authentic. They always talk about their wins. This is how I won. I ate perfect for this many days, and I did this exercise, I did that, and I'm here to say that, hey, man, shit happens. Like life happens. There are bumps in the road, but it's not just like, it's not about being perfect. But you gotta get back up, you gotta keep pushing. But it really does start with being real with yourself. If you're gonna lie, don't lie to people. If you're lying to yourself, you're gonna lie to everyone. So just be real with yourself. Start there. Be real with you. Be real with who you are. It's gonna be a lot easier, man, if you just say, hey, you know what? This is my problem, and this is what I'm gonna do to fix it. But I hope this helps you, somebody in some way. Maybe it doesn't help anybody. I don't know. But I know that for me and my journey, I wanted to just share this affliction that I've had, that I still struggle with. I am more focused and obsessed with this than I've ever been in my entire life. And you'll just have to see. Just tune in to see. I know that I've gone through what I've gone through so that I can share this story with everyone and share it with people who are struggling with it, or feel like there's no way to fix it, or that they're too far gone. I don't know, but I know that I've been called to do this, and I'm here to help. So if you have anything you want to ever talk to me about, you can reach out to me. Any form of social media, stop into the shop that I have here in Plano, the Colony area, and I'm happy to help. But again, we have to realize, we have to look at it, address it, and we gotta stop this thing head on. I thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on Fats Fit. A little update for you guys. Okay, if you've been following my story for the last couple days, check it out. Ready? Still here. I think I'm gonna fold it nice, just kind of change it up, catch someone's eye. I don't know. Question for y'all. So when you're working out and you have a cord, I know I'm so dated, I have a cord still, but you have a cord, do you do it under your shirt or over your shirt? Just out of curiosity, asking for a friend. Back at it.